Hello.
Hello,
Do we have notes?
we have the notes. I linked it on GT and I can also, linked it on Discord
I think I found it. Um,
on GT for people that we missed the break. I don't know,
Okay,
but
Martin,
I
we
was
are
the only
going to
one.
have a convention session, so we need to, yeah.
So I don't know. That means we are breaking policy because we are not done with topic one, but we need to do a statement for prioritizing contention now, not finishing topic one. If you are
I thought
going
that
to
was
go
already
for contention,
that's not agreed to. Then I'm gonna leave.
Okay, it's not
what
been
is it?
I thought that that was already agreed to. It says you say, "Quote Martins, I am in Jitsi. Are you coming so that we can talk on this?" You said that you agreed to talk on the issue.
I had already started working on topic one to finish up from where we stopped during Sonic
So
slash
just
Phoenix
leave. Let me know
session
when
today.
you're
But we can take contention.
okay, but I'm gonna leave. If you guys are not willing to talk about the contention, you can let me know when you want to talk about it, or we can have a separate group that does
Yeah,
the contention.
Jay, please, please. Actually, everyone is here, so we continue the contention and do the policy track, or if Martin, if you want to work, you can work with someone, but it is an emergency to get a contention right now. For emergency, everything we can. Sometimes rules can like some sort of flexible when the emergency come. So you guys can decide what we can do,
Okay,
Sandra.
so I mean, I would just say we get into topic two if everybody's in agreement for that. I think it could go really quickly if we just acknowledge what's going on and then just I have this proposal that we may have passed before, but I don't know. Proposal for policy, right? Policy proposal. So that would be my desired outcome. So the contentious session would be to address the equality and getting back to work, and then voting on the policy proposal. Do we have agreement on that?
Yes.
Does anyone object to topic two? Martine?
No, I do not. I've made myself clear. I do not.
Okay. So shall we create the tab? And I
Okay,
would like
let me find
Martin, where
the
can I
line
find?
number.
Martin, can you send me the link? Oh, I got it. I got it.
The link, the link is on it's on
Yeah,
Jitsi.
yeah, I got it. I
You
got
can
it.
get it on Jitsi. Yeah.
I got.
Let me check here. I want to make tab. Okay, let me make the tab. Topic two. Okay, topic two.
Abu Bakar, kindly. Uh, Abu Bakar, kindly hype it.
so I would like to start for topic two, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with up to big two.
Is that okay if I start with topic two?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
So for me, I think this is the minor policy issue that exploded because people get very passionate and get very um, pushy when it comes to money. People have needs, people need money, and they want the money as soon as possible. And it can kind of spiral with more and more people needing and wanting it. I'm not saying that's bad or whatever. I'm just saying that it pressure cooks everything and makes everything a little bit more intense. The policy, which I believe we passed before, but I don't know. I mean, we're not organizing the policies. We don't organize decisions very well. But the policy exists and it's existed for a very long time. Otherwise, the purpose of work is irrelevant, right? Um, Basically, any request to an executive, especially pressure to do work, right? To do work for workers that is not the sole responsibility of the executive. It is against policy, period, right?
Yes, continue.
Individual workers must communicate with the team to get work done, not give extra work to executives. Otherwise, there is no point in hiring people to help executives just to give executives more work, right? The opposite of virtual assistant, right? So the bottom line is if we hire people to give more work to executives, it is the opposite of the purpose of even hiring people to do work. So I'm here as one worker equal to everybody else, you know, and that's all. I mean, it's just like I'm not getting paid a dime. It is a disaster. I need to get paid. I have a month and a week to figure out fundraising to bring in money to get paid. Otherwise, everything's being turned over. I cannot continue this work, and I will be stopping. And everyone needs to understand that, and we're going to need to do other cuts. We can't bring in money. We can't pay people. And people have to stop thinking that there's just endless money, and that the more pressure we put on Jay, the more money we're going to get. It's unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable, and it got out of control in FQN, right? And it's like I don't care how small of an inkling it is, it needs to be squished and squashed immediately because this cannot get out of control again like it did last time. It's just not fair. It's not equal. It doesn't treat me as a human being, and I'm not okay with it. Period. And this is bringing up all of the emotion and all of the problems of what happened in FQN and how I was treated in FQN, and it was all unacceptable, and it just makes me want to cry. It makes me want to go away and not be involved, right? For all of that work, for everything to get destroyed, just so people can get a little extra money and not do any work, it's just unacceptable. I just
Jay,
can't.
kindly just
I'm done.
not talk about the past. We can just
No,
talk
I can
about
talk.
right now.
Actually, I can
What
talk about
happened?
whatever I want to. I'm making it clear the reason why this is emotional for me because it brought up all of the past
Yeah, the
things
emotional for
from
you, but
FQN,
Jay,
right? So what happened today was not
may
that
I
big of a.
interfere a bit, Jay? May I interfere
That's
a
fine.
bit?
I'm just making sure it's clear why I'm feeling this way. This is not just some random thing out of today. This is because it was a nightmare from before, and I still have not got paid a dime from any of that.
Yeah, I actually totally agree with you, Jay. So, but sometimes you have to understand that you are not always right. So sometimes that people actually when you get hired people usually think that okay, yeah, Jay is the client and we will work for him.
Yeah, okay, so I'm leaving. If this is how it's going to be, I'm going to leave because that is not how people were hired. Every single person was hired by consensus, not by me. And if you say it again, I'm leaving because it's
No, no, no.
unacceptable. You just said that I hired everybody personally, and it's unacceptable to say that. You need to do policy tracking because it's against policy. You can't say that. And why this is so important is that we're about to hire 10 more people. And if you guys train them that I control everything, it's over. I am done. You understand? You cannot train the new workers that everything goes through J, that everything is J,
Jay,
that J is
you
the
are
one who,
overreacting, Jay.
that you have to get everything from J. If that's how we train the new workers,
Jay,
this is over.
you are overreacting. Kindly
Okay,
calm down, please.
okay, but don't say that.
Jay, please
Don't
calm
say
down.
that I hired
Okay.
you
Jay,
or that
please
I
calm
hired
down.
anybody. It was
Hmm.
consensus with the organization. Period.
Jay, I
Jay, please
understand.
calm down.
Yes, yes, I understand your
Jay,
words,
please
but
calm down.
kindly calm down. Yeah, and I can't talk too loud because my baby girl is sleeping. So kindly don't panic, Jay. It was just a word. If you don't agree with me, just uh, pass it through or just
I
give me
want
a
agreement as an organization that it is against policy to be saying things that are targeting me as an individual and putting responsibility on me that does not exist. It is incorrect information. It is against policy. You need to do policy training to move
okay.
forward. Okay, if
Uh,
people are going
did
to
I
say things
did I
in
did I Jay?
yes, you
Did I
said that
say
I personally
I
hired
won't
you.
do
I personally hired
I
you.
won't do policy
That is
tracking? Did I
incorrect
say
information.
I do not do policy tracking? Okay, I do policy tracking. You calm down,
And
Jay.
if you said that I
Jay, please calm
personally
down. He
hired
will do
you, well,
policy tracking.
it's policy training. It is against policy to say that because it is factually
Yeah, he
incorrect.
agreed. Yeah, he agreed. He agreed. Just calm
Yeah,
down.
I
He will do the
agree.
policy training.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
agreed.
do policy training, Jay.
Good.
Why are you
Oh,
reacting that
That's
much?
all I'm asking. If you want to break policy, do the policy training and move on.
I'm doing it. Yeah,
no,
Thank
hold
you're
on.
thank
doing it.
you very much.
Oh,
I'm
That makes
doing
me
it.
feel so much better.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. You can move. Go on, Jay. You can go on.
Yeah, who wants to go next? So it's Mamoon was talking, and whoever wants to go next. I don't know if you were
On
done, Mamoon.
policy training, Abu Bakr can move forward if he agree.
Well, I have nothing to say honestly. I was not really angry, but I just felt kind of attacked at that moment. But we have only clarified on that. So basically, honestly, I've not been liking how things have been going concerning the scheduling because honestly, I don't understand. Some days I will notice Sandra schedules and it's UJ or somebody schedules. I don't understand what is going on honestly because I don't even understand what's going on for the past 2 weeks because I think we have been having kind of scheduling issues within this organization, which is not making sense. I think we need to have a have a perfect trajectory on how things should be moving because this scheduling issue is kind of causing problem and honestly I don't like it. Honestly, we need to work together as an organization and understand each other because this is not making sense. We keep having issues on scheduling for sessions, which doesn't make sense. This is supposed to sound simple, but I don't know, it's becoming more complicated. Honestly, we need to work together and solve these issues. Don't make sense, to be sincere. Thank you.
Okay,
Who
anyone?
else want to take the floor?
Anyone? Okay, I'll go last. No problem. Actually, I'm talking a little bit low because my baby girl is sleeping. Sorry about that.
What about Sandra? Is Sandra taking time to talk?
Sandra, are you there?
I'll go last.
Okay,
Mm.
so I'll go next in this. Um, I'm actually I actually don't like the contention, but sometimes we do need to do this, and I'm uh, I'm actually concerned that Jay uh, loses his temper, and this this kind of losing temper doesn't help the team. And as a team leader, sometimes you have to sacrifice, sometimes you have to push, sometimes um, you have to do everything, pushing. You have to do even as a team leader when a team is going to when a football team is going to lose the game. Uh, we saw it many times. The captain came up and mm, make them win. And this is how uh, our team works. I think Jenny Day and they need to take a position that we can follow him and do the work and do everything we can. Yes, there is sometimes do actually blame him for something that, but we also have to understand that he sometimes feel attacked personally, but I think in the sense of worker, in the perspective of worker, I actually personally think we just need to do everything in the policy. Well, I mean within the policy. Sometimes we need for urgency, we need some urgency, or we need some urgent money or something. Jay talked about. We actually Jay sometimes need to understand that I told you already that you sometimes you need to sacrifice, sometimes mm, you need to uh, uh, get out of. I mean, squeeze out the full work from all the worker. You have as a leader, you need to have that quality that you are squeezing all the potential from all the workers and do the work and get some income that pays you and pays people because the FQN system is a bit slow around the paying. If you don't agree with me or not, but I'm saying FQN payment system is a bit slow. Bit slow means very bit slow. Sometimes I know we had some bitter experience, bad experience on that. So Jay also take care of that need to, but Jay, I don't actually a specification to Jay. We all need to take care of that, and I think for Abu Bakar and mm, uh, Abu Bakar, we actually it means a lot. Uh, it means a lot when it comes to HR board because we actually respect and follow HR board because they are the decision maker. So we don't want any contention with them. So um, in the main thing when you are getting angry or feeling attacked by someone from the team, okay, so let's just ignore those and move forward with the mm, with the payrolls or tokens or anything. Just that when you when you just pay the people, pay people, things might change, Jay. Also, mm, for workers, sometimes you are attacking personally to personally. We have to check our words when delivering them. I felt very bad when someone is being personally attacked, and when Jay says it, it feels very bad that we are attacking our team leader. So we have to take care of that as well. Thank you, Jack.
I I just want to jump in
Okay.
before Martine and just say that in no way did I say or do I feel attacked in this situation. I specifically feel that I'm not being treated equally as a human being. That I feel sad, that I feel being treated like a machine or like inhuman, like that I'm not being treated as an equal partner. That I haven't. There's an expectation that I have to do, 10, 20 times more work than everybody else, get paid nothing, and then if it doesn't happen immediately, that it's somehow not okay. Like it doesn't make any sense. Okay, check. Martine.
Okay, thank you. What I just want to say, I hope to make it as brief and as sharp, impactful as possible. What I want to say first is that we need to exercise more patience when things are dragging. We have human factor, situations beyond their circumstances, and we need to sometimes accommodate that in our expectation. That's number one. Number two is that it's important that we need to always stay on focus, stay on track. And what do I mean? First, we need to get more organized. I don't know how organization has been running. I mean, in terms of FQN before SFC, but I wish to propose if it is possible that we have people with designation responsibilities. Okay, let us know that if you are looking for payroll, we should have a specialist on payroll, a specialist on recruitment, a specialist on bills, a specialist on revenue generation. So J's work is just to oversee whatever they are doing. Are they going in direction with what the policy says? So that because if we do not have that in place, it will definitely fall back to everybody indirectly or somehow returning to J, I need this, J, I need that. I've seen a lot of requests coming on board. We need to do this, we need to do this, we need to, it's natural for one to feel as if you are being maltreated or not treated properly, especially when you don't get anything in return. So for us to get things right, we need to be more organized to know where to get help in terms of who are we assigned this responsibility to in terms of designation. Then to also review our goals for the month. Okay, this is our goals for the month. Are we keeping tab with that? At a point in time, we were doing it, but we lost track. So it's like this organization breathes as long as they breathe. You understand? And if it's not saying anything, the organization is not moving forward. It should not be that. You know, the idea of everything, I think the CEO, the executive is trying to bring into the atmosphere is a mentality of sustainability, consistency. This thing should somehow run in auto control, sort of that. We don't need to do this, we don't need to do that, you know. Like take for instance the issue of recruitment now. We have some new recruits coming into the Discord. It was there that I was saying someone should add stage 3 link on so that the recruit can begin to fill in the process involved. All these should have been in place. Okay, a specialist for recruitment, though they can still take some other responsibilities or gen, but when it comes to ensuring deadline or when it comes to achieving goals in getting people to the organization, we have a specialist in that area. So with that, it will ease off the stress of someone being unnecessarily being attacked or always coming to meet that person. We need you for this, we need you for that. So it should go up from one person to everybody because we are running a system, just like a system of the body. The eyes function differently from the hand. Likewise, the mouth function differently from the nose, but they are under the same body. So it is because they work hand in hand and they know when to separate their functions. That is how we keep having people existing and living. Hand cannot function entirely as a whole body. Likewise, the nose too. So we need to get this right. If we can come to a reasonable point and look deep at what has happened, what I have said is majorly the cause of everything. Because I and sometimes when someone is asking for help, someone will say one existing worker will say, okay, meet the executive, you know. So indirectly it has kind of cultured someone to think, okay, if I need anything or to get anything done faster, the executive. We have the policy, or what they call responsibility organizing training for virtually all responsibilities or whatever we want to call, we have it in place. But because we have not structured them, we don't know where to get them, even without consulting the executive. We should know the ones that we need to. We know that it is only the executive that can handle it, and the ones that anyone can get easily. So all these things need to be in place. Check,
Sandra,
check.
you can go next. Thank you, Martin, for your
You're
valuable
welcome.
comments.
Thank you. Is Sandra going next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
Okay. I'll start. I I don't really have much because I think I'm in a very bad mood. I don't have much to say. And I guess I really caused this, and I have apologized to Jay like multiple times because I understand that he misunderstood me. He felt maybe pressuring him, trying to convince him to get him do my work, stuffs like that. So I said I am sorry and I'm not gonna do that again, even though it's not what I actually meant. Can I type or is anyone typing it?
yeah, we're gonna keep typing.
Is anyone doing the typing or I'm just
Okay.
That's one of them. Keep going, Sandra.
Okay.
Right in. Hands up. You can keep going.
yes, check.
Okay, good. You done? All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
it's my turn again. I'll start by also apologizing to Sandra and the team. Like I certainly had a moment there, and I'm very thankful that everyone took the time to hear my needs. So I do feel heard. I would like to request that we just vote on the proposal. That was um, that is at the top, right? I can bring it down again if you want to. But I just want to emphasize exactly what Martine said. The whole point of hiring workers in relationship to an executive is that the workers are supposed to do the work. So the workers would be required to communicate with the other workers to get status updates, to get information, to get help on finding everything. And then when every single thing has been exacerbated with the workers and the workers have no way to solve the problem, then and only then do you escalate the issue to the executive, right? The idea that no one has any patience to even communicate to the workers, and has nothing to do with Sandra. This is like happens all the time, where people instead of communicating with the team, they just ask me to do it because they know I can do it quickly, right? And that is not how an organization functions, right? Everyone is not here to have convenience done for them so that I can work for them and make everything as convenient as possible and as quickly as possible for you. That is not why organizations hire people. Organizations hire people to do the hard work to figure things out so that the executives don't have to deal with it. Okay? So anyways, we're still new, we're still have difficulties, we're still growing, so everything is difficult. So it's fine to make mistakes or whatever, but then it's the policy change. Um, in terms of the responsibility, the issue at hand is pass token payrolls for F2N, and the question would be who is responsible for the F2N pass token payrolls? We're talking about 1.2 million tokens. We have been working on this for years, multiple years. I have been working on this hundreds and hundreds, not thousands of hours working on this. This is a massive, massive project. We have been working on this for many, many, many months. We worked on it for many months before at the beginning of the year. Like, this is not some little tiny monthly payroll. It's 1.2 million tokens, and it is a major project. It is the accumulation of 2 years of work for everybody. So the idea that it's just magically going to happen without following our policies, scheduling, prioritizing, double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, verifying, that is how we get work done, right? And that's how we've always gotten work done. So, in my perspective, nobody in this meeting right now has in any way taken responsibility for the F2N pass token payrolls. If you don't take responsibility to step up and do the work, you have no right to pressure and push other people to do the work for you, right? You can ask when it's going to be done. You can ask for a status update. You can say, oh, is there any way we can get it done earlier? But if it can't get done by the time that you want it to get done, then your only option is to bring it up as an issue to the team. Why is this taking so long? This is now an issue. It's taking too long. And if the majority of the team agrees and believes that there's an issue, then we can solve it as an organization. Okay, that is how the policy functions. The only person that I know who took up the responsibility to do the F2N pass bonus token payrolls, 1.2 million tokens, is Lucy. She's the only person that I know. She's been working on it for months. With her and helping her. It's outrageous. Everybody should be working on this. Everybody was helped a little bit for one session, right? And people have helped here and there for like a session or half a session or whatever. Okay. So if anyone has taken responsibility for this and I just don't know it, then let us know what you're working on, what the status is, what's going on. But it's just like take responsibility, step up, schedule, figure out the status, figure out the work. right? That is the steps. That's how we get work done. If we all had worked on this together, it would have gotten done a long time ago. Instead, we all left Lucy by herself to do it with me. Obviously, me and Lucy did it, right? So Lucy is also, people are saying how slow the payroll process is and everything's so slow and da, da, da. Lucy gets payroll done within a week for SFC team. 3 months in a row, within a week. This is the first time 6 years that a team has been able to get payroll done on time, month after month after month. The payroll model works if the workers do the work. And Lucy is doing it. We all just need to talk to Lucy, get, understand what she's doing and just copy it because it works. And it's happening on time every month. Also, it was also discussed about the goals. We have to have a 100% pay stop on our goals every month. And guess what? We did our goals every single month. No goals, no work. That was the model. That was so work continuity groups should be establishing 100% pay stop for goals. You either do your goals and you continue to work, or you're not allowed to work anymore because you don't have goals. Nobody does work without goals. No one does work without a budget. No one does work without goals. That was the old policy. That's how we got the goals done. And now there's no 100% pay stop and no goals. Right? So it's just like that's unfortunate that is the model that we have, and that no one does work when it's not required. Anyways, that's all I need to say. So I'd like my request is just to vote on this proposal. And then the only other thing I'll say is that in like a month and a week, if we can't find funding and we can't get all the work done to move everything forward, I have no choice but to step down as executive. So as an organization, we're either going to have no executives at all, or someone else is going to need to step up. There's just, in our model, there's room for 3 executives at least, right? I believe the last person who stepped up as an executive was really like Alberto. And then also Lucy and Tay stepped up a little bit, but then didn't move forward. I think it was mainly a Tay, but then didn't move forward with the New Afghan when I stepped down before it. So bottom line is that
Ate is the executive, right? you
yeah,
laughed me there.
exactly. She said that she was going to do it, but then she really did it, right? So the bottom line is that anyone can step up to be an executive. We can even give a 10% ranking increase or whatever we need to do for that to make it get bonuses and stuff. Like we have bonuses for being an executive. But either way, the point is that I have to step down because if I can't figure out how to bring in money, is anyone going to disappear? No, certainly not going to disappear because I'm committed to this work for the rest of my life. But I just need to go get a job, and I need to bring in money, and I need to start paying bills because I can't pay my bills, right? So it's like this organization was not created to pay people $50 an hour, right? This organization was created to pay the people of the world who struggle the most and are able to work for the least, right? To keep something, to build continuity over time. So if this organization cannot pay me or other people in first world countries or people who need like $25 an hour or $30 an hour or whatever to live on, like I can't work here, right? And it's not the end of the world. But then this organization is the people who can work here are going to need to step up and figure out how to get things done without me working full time, right? So I'll just be more of an advisor or like functioning more on the project side and not the administration side. Anyways, hopefully we can raise money. I'm pretty confident we should be able to start raising money in the month and a half, and then hopefully we can do some grants and hopefully we can start bringing in some money. So it's not like I'm still confident we'll bring in the money. We don't need to bring in a lot. $2,000 would make all the difference. So if anyone wants to help with the fundraising, just let me know. And it's all at this point, we pretty much can make it all client work with the new People's Forum and like doing the new social decentralized social media. Anyways, so let's just that's my last request is just to vote on this. And if anyone else wants to say anything, you are next. I'm done. Check.
Lucy is here. I think Lucy. 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 is going to.
Lucy's not here. She's not here.
Yeah,
Lucy's not here.
Lucy
We
not.
only have five of us here. Yeah, she's
Oh, I
not
thought
here.
Lucy was here. Oh, sorry, 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 sorry.
She's on Discord
Sorry, sorry. I
communicating.
thought Lucy was here.
Um, my let me say this. We've heard what you said, Jay, and we know what it feels as much as we all want things to move forward. You need to focus on getting more money so that everybody can get paid at least with a minimum level of pay. What I want to say is that let's, as a team, let's focus on stepping up with the responsibility of recruitment and FQN token for now. I think those are the two main priorities for now before other priorities or deadline we set in, like the taxes. If we can focus on that for the next 4 days, I am assured that this thing will get done faster or near completion, especially the issue of recruitment. So for every session henceforth, I propose that we should constantly be having that recruitment being done for the next 4 days now. That should be our main song. Then at the same time, we merge it with focusing on getting the SPM thing done. So we need to also bring Lucy in, schedule with him, work with him. By that, things will move forward faster and everybody will be happy and smiling. Then we move down to the next responsibility, which is the taxes and fundraising. We need this a lot. We need this a lot because the fund available for this organization, do have not seen the balance, is near depletion. It's getting drained little by little. If you have a storage filled with water and there is no way you are getting water to enter into the storage, there is no way in any way the water in the storage will not get depleted when you are constantly drawing out of it for usage. Check. That is just my point on that.
Great, great, great. I think Lucy is coming. So, do you need to vote right now, Jay?
that's my
Let's
request to vote on this and have clarity on
let's
what
vote.
we feel about this policy. So maybe someone could read it and then we could do questions.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Let me know. Yes, so we have a proposal here on line 14 and 14 of our notes topic 2. Any request proposal any request to any request to an executive, especially pressure to do work from workers, that is not the sole responsibility of the executive. It is against policy. Details: individual workers must communicate with the team to get work done, not give extra work to the executives. Details too. Otherwise, there is no point in hiring people to help executives to give executive more work. Details 3. It is opposite of virtual assistance. Details 4. Workers are required to communicate with the team and get as much help and support from the team until it is clear the team cannot do it. Do you have a question about it?
Hello, guys.
Hey, Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
How are you?
You fine?
Sorry for being late. I was having some emergency I attend to, so just finished right
No
now.
problem. Welcome. So, do you have any question regarding the proposal? We are having a proposal on line 114 of our topic 2 to vote on, we had a series of expression poured out regarding the need not to pressure the executive, the need to focus to get help within the team. There are some duties, responsibilities that only the executive that can do. The ones that the team can do. Any worker that needs help should focus on getting help within the team. So that is what we are presently on. We've said a lot. Memu talked, Abubakar too talked, Sandra talked, likewise G. But at the moment, we are trying to go through this proposal and vote on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to catch up with the discussion so far, if you have the time, you can go through the recordings later in the day. So do
I
we
don't
have
know
any
where the
questions?
situation is. I don't know even what is going on. I just
We're
had the
online.
reconciliation. I saw a
Yeah,
lot
we're
of
online.
messages. I've not read any message so far on
Eh,
group. So
So we're on line 114.
114. And that's topic two.
Yes,
Topic
topic two, yes.
line 114. The
114.
proposals in your question executive, especially, I guess this is technically a, a policy, like a revote policy proposal. Any request to an executive especially pressured to do workers that is not the sole responsibility of the executive is against the policy. Okay? So, question.
Okay, let me
There's
understand the proposal.
a,
To an executive, especially pressure to do what someone particularly cannot do. Make it convey in a way that must communicate with the team to make them popular and give extra work to the executives. Otherwise, there is no point in hiring. So the oh my goodness. So the executive just leave it is possible virtual assistant.
so did you have a question, Lucy?
This is based on what?
This is clarity and agreements in the past on the idea that when you hire people, if they're giving you more work, right, than the work that they're doing, then it doesn't make any sense to hire people. The whole purpose of hiring people is to have less work for the executive, not more work. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if we're hiring people and everybody can just constantly ask the executive for things without going through the team, without communicating with the team, without understanding the status updates from the team, without understanding who's responsible from the team, it is just bypassing the entire organizational structure and putting pressure on an individual uh, when other people could just step up and do the work or step up to be an executive themselves. Like there's no even requirement that I'm the only executive. Everybody could step up and do the work and become an executive themselves. We don't force anyone to do anything, right? So it's like it's up to each individual to choose, but nothing is stopping anybody from doing it, right? So everybody's
Yeah.
considered equal. So
It's
I'm
okay,
here to
Jay.
help people take responsibility. And any other executive should be doing the same. That they want to help people who want to take organizational responsibility. So did that answer your question? What was your question again? I forgot to write it down.
Me?
Yeah.
My question was like I was just asking. I did not understand, but you elaborate it clearly. But I don't have anything. But okay, I understand the proposal.
All right.
Martin, you gone?
So this would be uh,
Any question? Any concern? Martin?
education
Martin is
concern.
here. Martin is
So
here
for
for
any
questions.
any other questions? Concerns now. So are there any concerns? I think I have one concern. Can anyone else think of anything?
Yeah, I also have one concern.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have to have one. I have one.
Yeah. Let's hear some concerns.
Yeah. So my concern is that if there is no much training for new recruits and new recruits got to have contact with the executive, they tend to go easy. I mean, they tend to go to meet the executive for work. And if the existing workers do not try to step in, this thing that we are trying to prevent will continue to happen. That is just my concern.
Okay,
Correct.
my, my
Especially if we train the new workers to continue the behavior. You know?
okay,
Mamoon.
yeah, my concern is just don't put a dictator or fascist people on the executive position. That's my humble request. Check.
Okay. Well,
We know.
that's not direct.
Right.
Yeah, that's not really a direct concern of pro- the
Proposal,
proposal.
yeah, that is the
But I would
executive.
say that
So that's why.
I would say that our policies and our multi-organizational model does help prevent that. We, as an organization, we structured ourselves to be able to be corrupted and taken over, right? So in the future, there could be a time where one of our organizations or even the co-op gets taken over and becomes a closed organization, oligarchy, whatever, right? And that is unfortunate, but we have a solution for that, which is we have other organizations, and it's almost impossible to take over all of the organizations, right? So anyone can create a new organization, you can create a fork, right? So they would have to take over SFC, and they would have to take over FQN, and they would have to take over Unity, and they would have to take over organization after organization after organization, which is very difficult. Okay.
Okay.
So my concern is simply that it's not totally clear what comes to the executive and what does not. But the bottom line is that, we should focus on working as a team. As long as people focus on working as a team, you can always ask, right? So just ask. All right. So
So I
Andromeda,
have a question. In this case, I think the only person who is executive is you, right, Jay?
correct.
What? Okay. What happen if I need like to schedule with you and you did not respond, and now that work is having some deadline. Just example,
You
that
can
work
send
has some
you
deadline,
can you can
and
send
I don't know how
20
to do it.
a day.
Mhm.
You can send 20 messages a day, right? Which is perfectly fine. But none of that is against policy because scheduling with me is not against policy at all. And taking on work, right? You're saying that you want to take on work, you have a responsibility, you want information and training to help you with that work, and so you want to schedule with me to help you with that work. That is all within policy, but you don't do that outside of the context of the team. So you can also be scheduling with the rest of the team. Do other people want to schedule? Do other people want to take on this responsibility because they're working as a team, right? The
Yes, I
opposite
know
of
we
that would
work
be
as a team,
like,
but there's some
yeah,
responsibility in need to schedule with you specifically because not everybody know. Like the taxes that we have right now, it's not like even me cannot do it. We need to schedule with you. It is only you who can make that deadline to move forward because
yes,
it's
but
require
the
you.
difference. Yes, but the key thing is that it's a team, right? The work's not going to move forward without Lucy either, right? So if I am by myself, nothing's going to move forward. So we require Lucy because she's taking responsibility for that work to move forward. So it goes both ways, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I by myself as executive, the work's not going to go anywhere. We require Lucy to also do the work because you're responsible for moving it forward. So it's a team effort. And so when you're doing team effort and team scheduling, it is not against policy. So scheduling
Okay.
with the team and sharing responsibilities with the executive is within policy because we're doing work together, right? The opposite of that is being like, I don't have time to do the work. I'm not going to do the work, and I want you to do it tomorrow because I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. Jay, you have to do it. That is against policy. You see the difference? Because
Yes.
instead of
Yes.
saying,
It's
I
clear
want
now.
to do the work, you schedule with me to work on it together as a team, you're saying, I can't do the work, and I'm not going to do the work. And so, Jay, I want you to do it, and I want you to do it tomorrow, immediately, right? And I'm not even going to prioritize it, right? That is what is against policy. Does that
I
make
get.
sense? They're totally
Yeah. Yeah. It's clear, Jay.
Okay.
all right. So, any other questions or concerns?
For me, I'm okay.
All right, let's take a look at the rest. You have Abby's required to here, but you can vote. Sandra, ABC, and Mamu. So, I am, of course, going to vote like a 2.5 on this. I'm just so. Does everybody want to vote?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm voting 7.5. Lucy.
I vote 8.
Voting 8.
So, I just leave that with my team.
Yeah, I'm voting 6.8.
Well, all right, so this passes. So someone can put it in the decisions channel. That'd be
Yes. Let
great.
me
Okay.
copy decisions.
So does anyone else need to say something before we break up into buddy teams? I have about an hour before I need to stop. So anything else anyone wants to say before we break up into buddy teams? I think
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
good.
Break up into buddy team and make some work there. We need to prioritize few things.
Yeah, yeah,
We
I'm
have
gonna go
we have
to
to.
One other thing I want to say.
uh,
One other thing I want to say is that I think we need to ensure that we have executive duties outlined, known to us, and team's duty, or what their capacity, what they can do, known to us. We need to. It is very, very important, so that that will be like a, a kind of a how am I going to put it? Like we should have something called glue. I don't know how to put it, but something that we can easily make a reference to in case we want to take a responsibility and we need help getting it done. We can easily do something like what we call cross reference. Okay, this has to go. It is only the executive that can do this. Okay, this is where the strength of the team stops on this particular responsibility. And I need to step it up with the executive, or I take it down with the team.
yeah. So I mean, I can give you an example that executives coordinate and they oversee like administrative oversight, and executives help plan and make you know pull everything together, and actually assign work, make sure that the policies are followed, things like that, creating and supporting new policies to address issues and problems. And then an example in terms of like officer position in the relationship with the payroll, every single step of the payroll, step one, or responsibility one, responsibility two, responsibility three, responsibility four, responsibility five, responsibility six, including the accounting, everything is done by the workers. The only thing that the executive treasurer has to do is simply to review and verify that the information is correct, and then run the final payroll that is presented to the treasurer, right? And even that can be assigned to a sub treasurer or a payroll treasurer or a token payroll treasurer, where you can have like a sub treasurer position that can have access to just a smaller amount of money. So even the actual payroll can be completely distributed. So it is, there's not a lot of required